the ducks and shit is out here. That damn shame. We got the fucking ghetto ducks, and the ducks want to take over the whole fucking scene. This is crazy. All right, so y'all know the routine. If you're a fan of the Morning Mental, every now and then I get visited by the ghetto ducks. Yeah, the ghetto ducks stop by. They bring their kids. They bring the whole family. You know, I told them to stop by, but as usual, they bring a bunch of other people with them, and they always got something to tell me. They know that if I come to deliver the word, that eventually they get in on it. But the ghetto ducks have shown up. Y'all know that there's two characters that always show up on the Morning Mental. If it's not the ghetto ducks with all their kids. Hold on a second. I'm done. Look, I ain't got nothing else for you. Cousin, listen, let me break this down to you one last time. If you come over here, we're going to have a problem. No, there is no more. It's always you. Your kids, I ain't got no more. I don't have any more. Go. There ain't no more. You don't want that. That's grass. We done. Bye. Go. There is power in the voice. 1 second, please, y'all. Fellas, I need to talk to the people. Okay? I'm going to need y'all to go that way and move out the way. Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. The ghetto ducks. They come through all the time. They bring their kids with them and eat up every damn thing. And I only told 2 of them to come. Y'all know y'all got them friends that stop by and they bring some people you didn't invite. The same way y'all like to bring people to our events that we didn't invite. You know, but they'll be here for a while. But if I can get back to what I was talking about, I'm on my Morning Mental. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The ducks are here. But I just wanted to spend a few minutes just to put something on your mind this morning. I know somebody out there is, hold on a second, let me get this right. There we go. I know somebody out there is wondering, how did we arrive at where we are today? Well, we had some help. For the last 300-400 years, we've been in a situation where we needed some help. For the last 150-some years, we needed some help. For the last 60-some years, we need a little bit of help. What we didn't realize was we need to help ourselves. And the same way the ghetto ducks keep pulling up to get a meal from me, or to pull up to hang out with me, or every time I start to talk about the Most High, they pull up because maybe they want to hear a word too. Hold on a second. Hey, Carl, would you tell Mark and them that, okay, now they fighting over stuff that ain't even there. See, and that's our problem. One person came up on a piece of bread. Everybody else wanted to jump on him rather than celebrate the fact that he has gotten the piece of bread. We tend to do that as people. You know, look at the politics that's playing out over here. You got a group of people who are all trying to get ahead. Everybody wants to be the number one duck. The problem is the person who got the bread, instead of sharing it with everybody, they want to eat it all up to themselves and take the bread and walk away, meaning everybody going to chase after him to get the bread. The point that I'm making to you is when someone comes along that wants to elevate your people, that wants to come along, that wants to distribute the wealth so that everybody is doing good, because we only believe that we're only as strong as our weakest individual, then that's when you don't see what I call a who got the bread duck mentality. And a lot of y'all use the term crabs in a barrel. I don't use the term crabs in a barrel. I look at these cats right here and I say to myself, why is it that we as black folk do that to each other? When we don't even have all of the bread. Somebody else got the bread. Notice I had the bread in the beginning. I was throwing the bread out to the ducks. Now, if you notice, the ducks are hanging out because they know that the guy with all the bread will eventually come back and give them some pieces. They fighting over pieces of the bread. When the actuality is, when you study the structure of our society, we are the ducks, and somebody is who's holding the loaf of bread is throwing out little pieces. We fighting over that. Soon as a good little piece of bread come, we all trying to tear each other down. Don't give him the bread. No, I deserve the bread. Bring the bread to me. It's like that old song, oh, bring that bread to me. Y'all want to fight over something that you don't own. I'm on my Morning Mental this morning. Okay, see now? And that's what I'm talking about. See, the fight done broke out. I'll be narrating the fight from this point on. Okay, now what done happened is, watch this now. The duck over here that's on the front, He's the one that wants to be in charge. See, he wants to be the spokesperson. What done happened was another brother moved up in the duckdom and done came up and was trying to get a bite. And then this duck didn't get none out the deal. Fucked the other duck up and ran him off. So now he don't want to be involved no more. He done went back there with his folks. And if you look way in the back there, you always got those folks, they just waiting for them to leave so they can eat the scraps. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we have become as a people. Thank you, ghetto ducks. Oh, they about to get into it. Y'all want to see a good duck fight. Ain't none funnier than watching ducks fight because they don't have no hands. So what they do is they try to grab each other by the back of the head and stick their head in the water. But that's what they do. Okay. They real close this morning. Y'all know normally I have them out there in the water. But the point I'm making to y'all this morning is that in order for us to move ahead, in order for us to grow, we either got to do one or two things. A, get over ourselves, stop criticizing someone who attempts to help us, and if we can, create our own loaf of bread and stop waiting on somebody to give us pieces from the table, scraps from the table. And if you are in a situation where you know you could make your own bread as opposed to eating the scraps that someone gives you, you have to remember, people don't pay you for what you do. They want to pay you for the one thing you can never get back when you're about to leave this world, time. You see, no matter how you spend it, it's up to you. But time is the one thing all of us are counting down the clock to. So when they tell you, I give you $7 an hour, they're saying that your life is only worth, an hour of your life is only worth $7. Yet if you're in the right profession, your life can be worth up to $125 an hour. If you got the right degree, according to them, your life can be so valuable that we can't even put an hour on it. We're just going to cut you a piece of the bread and you be happy. Or you can be like these guys, constantly waiting for someone to come along and throw them something so that they can stop wasting their time. You see, they're wasting their time waiting on someone to give them something. Whereas that what they should be doing is spending their time building something so that they don't have to wait on nobody else. I want to send a big shout out to everybody on my morning mental all around the world. I will let you all know that I have accepted an invitation from ABC News to do an interview. I normally don't do interviews. Y'all know that's not my style. But I figure that we've reached a point in the movement where it's time for us to go before the world and let them know that all of these naysayers and liars and people who are like the ghetto ducks or have been trying to dominate the narrative. The media has been ignoring history that we made. And a lot of people are just focusing on the one thing that they don't want to focus on, is that we decided to just defend ourselves. That's really what it's all about. Just because we want to defend ourselves doesn't mean we want to attack you. If you attack us, we're going to defend ourselves. That's all it really boils down to. Nobody wants to report on that. Nobody wants to show images of black sisters and black brothers organized to defend their families and their community. Nobody wants to see that. So since they won't tell it the way I want it told, I have accepted the invitation from ABC to do a full interview with them. We talk about a few things and get our perspective out and to clear up some misconceptions out there about the NFAC, about myself, about where we should be going as a people, what my overall desire is according to the will of the Most High, and what I hope is a reflection of your will. You see, this is not my way or the highway. This is Yahweh. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're doing right now. They're just staring at me. Maybe they think I'm talking about them too, which is another thing we should address. See, people tend to think that we're racist if we say we just want to do something for black people. No, we're not. Just because I want to do something for black people don't mean I won't do nothing for you. Just because I want to feed a starving black community doesn't mean I want to feed you too. But maybe I got things in priority like you do. Okay? Self-preservation is what they call it. Racial preservation is what we're in need of. Some of y'all in need of some racial salvation. Some of us in need of some spiritual salvation. Some of us in need of some financial salvation. To the good folks in Texas, we don't want your state. We use that as an example because we already know the United States ain't gonna give us nothing. Y'all keep practicing selective hearing. What I said is we want to leave because y'all not going to give us nowhere to grow and be our own people. So don't get mad when we want to go. To use the words of so many exes that you've probably been with, you can have this raggedy mother. Okay? I'm on my morning mental. Special guest in the house today. The ghetto ducks are here. They're normally not here. They pulled up as soon as they saw me setting up for the morning mental. And they said, you know, we know he gonna speak a word. So let us go pull up. And notice they're not quacking. They're normally loud. Understand that when the people that are the representatives of the Most High decide to speak to the tribes, that even the animals have to be silent. You haven't heard nothing. Now, these is just a noisy bunch. If you've been on my morning mental, facts over feelings, you've seen the ducks just show up and show out. They're not doing that today. I want to also let everybody know something who didn't realize that there's something that we've done. Everyone who did participate in the Black Guns formation, you signed a piece of paper. And on that piece of paper, you gave us some information about you. And you gave us contact information on next of kin and a lot of other stuff. Yeah, we're professional folks. What you were really doing was filling in the blanks for your membership because you got sworn in right after that. So if you signed that sheet, you were signing your membership into the NFAC. So everyone who participated in the Black Guns formation, whether you were on the East Coast or the West Coast, now you are officially a member of the NFAC and you'll receive all your little goodies and all that good stuff and information, you know, training, where we're going to be for training and what our agenda is. You'll get that now. You see, because now not only do we know who you are, we know who your next of kin is in case something happens to you, or we need to find you. So you can't just go missing. So you're not acting like these people on social media who make a fake account, say something crazy, knowing that somebody can't find them. That ain't how we roll. Well, apparently, just like a lot of our people, when the goodies run out, the ghetto ducks begin to move out. So that's what we have to learn to do as a people. The goodies have run out. They don't want us here no more. They have decided that we are a nuisance and a problem. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there. I'm talking to my Latino brothers and sisters. I'm talking to all of my South American brothers and sisters, all of my Caribbean brothers and sisters. I'm just talking about close by, even my Canadian brothers and sisters that are saying, look, we rock with you. We rocks with you. Okay, well, we're going to give you a chance to rock with us. But like Malcolm X said, you know, we cannot learn to love another people until first we learn to love ourselves. And we're trying to fall in love with ourselves. I'm trying to get black folks to fall in love with being black again. I need y'all to stop having this love-hate relationship that you got. I need y'all to fall in love with, you know, like I'm in love with you. I am. I'm having a love-hate relationship with my own people because as much as I love you, some of y'all can be the most caustic, backstabbing, it's envy, it's covetous, jealous, misinformed, uneducated, unmotivated creatures I've ever encountered. But I love you unconditionally. So I've already fallen in love with you. I need y'all to fall in love with me. I need you to be infatuated with the black man again. I need you to eat, sleep, and breathe the black man. Don't let what one or two did change the whole perspective you have of the other half of your race. You think you were made that way, black woman, because you just black? No, you were made in pairs. Everybody's made in pairs. When you go to the zoo, they always show you a pair. When you look up, when you read the fictitious story about them going on the ark, they always said they brought a pair. You have a pair of chromosomes. You got a pair of eyes, a pair of ears. Some of y'all got a pair, you know what? Some of y'all don't. We don't know what happened. But the point I'm making is that we were made in pairs. So stop hating on your other half. Brothers, I'm gonna need y'all to fall back in love with sisters again. I mean that. I mean, no, I don't mean fall in love like looking at them being degraded and looking at them as a sex object and looking at them as a means of trying to survive because you can't get it together. I'm talking about I need you to fall in love again with the black woman. As she is in all her glory. It shouldn't even be no detail. As soon as she walk in the room, somebody be like, black woman here, be like, all six. That's it. The same way that there's some sisters that when a real black bruh walks in the room, I don't care who you are, sisters, when a real man come in the room, you got to pause for a second and be like, okay, bruh's here. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. I never heard so many positive words thrown at black men than from the sisters that were standing out there watching brothers stand the post, ready to go, ready to die, ready to fight. Talking about, now that's what I'm talking about. because it makes us feel proud of each other. We fall in love. You're proud of what you love. Right now, a lot of y'all hate. There's more of y'all hating us than there is loving us. There's more women hating men right now than there are women that love men. There's more men hating women right now. I heard a brother come up to me the other day and he said, well, they always say that men ain't no good, that it ain't no good men, and men ain't helping them. This is what the brother said. He said, you know, and men this and men that. So how come now when all of a sudden something happened, they want where the men at, where the men at? I said, brother, let me talk to you real quick. Sit down, let me talk to you real quick. I said, look, bro, I said, everybody is entitled to feel any way they want. What you don't do is let them change how you see them. Because if you don't understand that we are emotional creatures and that we're entitled to respond in the way we want, maybe that's the sum of the individual's experiences. Maybe you have a responsibility to change their perspective. Okay? As soon as a woman tells me men ain't about none, I set out on a mission to prove them wrong. As soon as I hear a man say that sisters ain't about none, I'm going to introduce you to a sister that's going to change your perspective. Okay? So when another race says that y'all ain't this and y'all ain't that and y'all don't, it's up to us to change our own perception of how we see ourselves. But we can't do that if y'all don't understand that we are constantly evolving. Let me tell y'all some things that, let me do a comparison here. If there's anybody on this live right now that has never done anything wrong, you can go ahead and log off. You're an amazing individual. We love you. Your stuff don't stink. You ain't never made no mistakes in your life. You go ahead and log off. This ain't for you. This ain't for you. You know, if you're one of those people who actually believes you've never done anything wrong, I mean, you know, you perfect. You dripped out of the womb perfectly. Just go ahead and log off. We're gonna wait for you perfect people to log off. If there's somebody perfect sitting in the room with you, the room is all aglow and they're in their perfection, they're we're gonna wait for them to leave the room. Because we only want broken people. We only want imperfect people. We want somebody who done made not one, not two, not three, made 4 mistakes. We don't want people who looking for another chance. We want somebody who's on their 252nd chance. You see, the beauty of the Creator is he does not make you be defined by what you do. He defines you by what you are and what he created. And you and your short-sightedness have the audacity to look at his creation and look down and say, you're nothing because you did this. No, you don't have the right to subject another human being to that. The same way no one has the right to do it to you. But I'm sorry, I'm only looking for imperfect. I'm looking for broken people. I'm looking for people that saying, if one more thing happened to me, I just can't take it out. I've been trying to figure it out. I've been trying to be obedient. I've been trying to stay in this word. I've been trying, and things just keep coming. I talked to y'all about adversity last night. If you one of those people, I need you to stay right here with me on my morning mental. But if you perfect, you know, and you float across the room, and when you open your eyes, the sun doesn't shine till you arrive. You're the evening and the morning star. You go on ahead. Because history has already proven to us that Yahweh takes the unusable to do his perfect will. He would take the most hated, the most maligned, the most gossiped about, the most backstabbed, the most backslidden person, and perform a miracle that blows everybody's mind. Because it's not about the person. It's about what's happening through the person. I told y'all when we first started this morning that we talk about Malcolm X, y'all puff your chest out and you say that was Malcolm X. But if we talk about Malcolm X's life before the nation, all of a sudden everybody get quiet. Why? Because you don't want to join in with what's being done. And as long as we continue to look through the lens of today into the past and dismiss the context, then what happens is you become the one thing that you claim you're not. You're a judgmental asshole. And y'all know what comes out of an asshole. Nothing but shit. Okay? And no one wants to smell that. Nobody wants to be around that. Nobody wants to eat that. Nobody wants to taste that. So if you are one of those people that knows that in spite of everything that's going on with you, that you know that Yah has a purpose for you and you got to persevere through the imperfections to reach your purpose that is going to end with you becoming a piece of the perfect will of the Creator. I'm not an angel. Y'all know I'm not an angel. Just if you Google my name, you'll find some of the most horrendous stuff said about me on earth. It makes it look so bad. You wonder, well, how could a person so horrible be doing such great things? Because you don't seem to understand when it's your time to be pulled up by the Creator, you're going to walk in your purpose. You know why? Because all those things you think are so horrible are what built you to be able to perform. You all think that me going to the military was a waste of my time. Well, it damn sure helped out with the formation. Y'all thought that me running for the presidency was a waste of my time and I shouldn't have done it, but it has instilled and refined my leadership qualities around the globe. You might think that the time I spent in activism before I woke up was a reason that maybe I should just give it up and walk away, when the truth of the matter is, no, it helped open my eyes to see how many of you all are not trying to fix anything. You're just trying to keep it going so you can eat off of the people. And then most importantly, there are those who say, well, I don't understand how you could have been a preacher and how you could have been a pastor and how you could have been a chaplain and how you could have been the head of this ministry and that ministry and learned theology and knew how to exegete all 66 books, including the Torah, the Pentateuch, and so forth. And then turn your back on all of that and align yourself with the house of Yahweh. And now talking about the hidden books like the first book of Enoch, where Yahweh's name restored, in the book of Yasher and the book of Jubilee. How could you do those things? Because of that, it opened my eyes so that now I can exegete the true word and be in alignment with what is happening now. You see, I am the sum of all the things I've ever done wrong. Because there's two words that we all used to talk about when we were young. We say, when I grow up. Remember that? When I grow up. You used to say that in your mama's house. When I grow up. And you make some declaration. And your mom would say some cold shit to you like, yeah, you'll understand when you have your own. Because mama may have, papa may have, but y'all bless the child that has his own. You see, a lot of y'all haven't grown up yet because you can't step up until you grow up. You're never going to reach your purpose until you grow up. You see, I grew up, and I grew up fast, and I grew up in a lot of different ways. So when I see people now who want to talk about Malcolm Little, without acknowledging the fact that you went through Malcolm Little to become Malcolm X, I laugh at you and I say it's a shame when I hear people talk about Jay Johnson and Grandmaster Jay, and they talk about 8, 9, 10, 12, 25 years ago, but they don't want to admit what's standing in front of them right now doesn't resemble anything like that, because I have done what they haven't done. I grew up, and now I'm walking in my purpose. You see, a child doesn't want to give their life unless it's something that they just can't avoid. A child is selfish. A child is immature. A child is stupid. A child is arrogant. A child is something that has to be trained, programmed, has to have morals and values instilled in them. Y'all stop treating your kids like they're equal. They don't even have their brain fully developed. You know how when you grow up and you go through puberty, how many of you all know that the human brain does not finish growing to maturity until the age of 33? So when someone says you out your goddamn mind, you really are out of your damn mind, because you don't have it all yet. All the pieces of your brain ain't grew up yet. That's why you thought it sounded like a good idea, but then your uncle or your aunt will come in and say, you didn't think that through all the way, did you? I know y'all think I'm getting on your case this morning, but you don't have a case to get on unless you've grown up. Grown folks. That's why the presidency of the United States has age requirements. You must be 38. Why 38? Because by then your fully grown brain has sat in your head for at least 5 years. You done dealt with some grown folk stuff. You done been through some grown folk situations. And now you know how to respond like grown folks. Some of us, not all of us, some of us are 40, 50, 60 years old with the mentality of a 20, 30-year-old. Come on now. Some of y'all walking around 50, 40 years old and got the mind of a 20-year-old. Ladies, how many times have you met a man and you talk to him and you're like, this is a big-ass boy? Brothers, how many times have you talked to a sister and realized you were talking to somebody's big-ass daughter? We know when we meet grown, because grown is what wrote the scriptures. Grown is what built the pyramids. Grown is what mapped the stars. Grown is what develops you to make you worthy to leave this place and take your seat next to the Creator. Okay, everybody's on the move. Y'all don't know what's going on, but the ghetto ducks are on the move. They are on the move like we need to be on the move. You see, they've heard enough, and now they like, we hear you. And if you notice, I want to point something out because a lot of people don't get this. The ghetto ducks have, where he at, bruh? Where he go? He over there? Is he over there? Where the bruh? There he go. The ghetto duck has a leader. Notice he have a leader. Everybody is lined up behind the ghetto duck, and the whole nation is waiting for the leader. Look at that. I want y'all. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. Show this to them. Do y'all see what's happening right here? The leader has made up his mind that it is time for us to move. Thank you, ghetto ducks. And the ghetto ducks are moving out, and they are following the leader because someone has made up their mind that they done sat here long enough. And look at all these people back here that are, hey, yo, we moving, y'all. The ghetto duck leader said it's time to go. Look, where we going? We don't know where we going, but what we do know, let me show y'all this. The ghetto duck said we are getting out of Canaan. He says we have heard the word and it's time to go. And all the rest of y'all still sitting back here. See, some of them still eating, some of them comfortable in their captivity. But as you can see right now, they are all facing one way. Meanwhile, the ghetto duck leader, if you look, he is over here trying to figure it out. Where are we going from here? Somebody is asking a question. Look at him talking. Look, they talking, y'all. They talking. Watch this. Watch this. He's saying we got to go. They still killing us, y'all. We got to go. They've been quiet the whole time. Look at the leader. He like, listen, we got to get up out of here. Y'all got to pick it up, strap up. It's time for us to go now. The whole nation is ready. They talking, y'all. They getting ready to go. They saying it's time for us to pack up. It's time to pack it up and get up out of here. The same way he's trying to tell us it's time for us to pack up and get up out of here. But a lot of them waiting on the master because the master was feeding them that bread. But he's telling y'all we got to go. Now the leader, he's saying, look, it's time for y'all to go. That's right. Thank you, y'all, for that demonstration. Let's see what the leader gonna do. Y'all gonna see some beautiful stuff here because the leader gonna take off and all of them gonna follow him. Yeah, he's the only one speaking for the group right now. And even though it might be some ducks in there, crabs in the barrel, look at them. They're easing on by y'all. Y'all think I'm playing. The leader is coming this way. He's saying, look, y'all, look, he's come back to tell them, I need y'all to get it together. It's time for us to get it together, y'all. It is time for us to get together. Stop all this infighting. Stop it. Because we're not going to take off as a group if y'all keep trying to hold each other down. And stop trying to judge people on what they did and look at what they're doing right now. Because the last time I checked, somebody's not coming to save you. And when the savior does show up to save you, you too busy sitting there talking about, I don't know if I trust him. Then you keep your non-trusting ass here because the ghetto ducks, see, they starting to talk. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? What are we going to eat? And the leader is just looking at the horizon talking about, we are going. You got wings, don't you? Let's go. It's my morning mental. It's my morning mental. Big shout out to the young brother from Louisiana that has the gun club down there that called me last night. They said that we're going to have a conversation about joining them to the NFAC. Big shout out to the Huey Newton Gun Club. Met their vice president out in Atlanta. We're going to work together to increase the organization. And any other organization, if y'all get together and y'all follow somebody's direction, then what'll happen is the same thing that has happened with the ghetto ducks, is that now they have arrived at a place where the leader has said, look, y'all, we going this way. That's where we going. Look at this. They're giving you the example. Y'all always trying to show you what you need to do. He illustrates it in the skies. He illustrates it in the wildlife. Y'all don't want to obey. He's trying to show you. He's sending you symbols. Okay? There are no coincidences. There's no perchance. There's no perhaps. Y'all ain't hearing me this morning. He's giving you an example. They're moving as one. They might all not all came from the same place. Maybe their eggs was in different places. But at the end of the day, when their leader said, it's time to go this way, the old, the young, and everybody else is going that way. I want you to go through your day, and I want you to look at your brothers and sisters, and I want you to think, look at them just like the ducks. Are you still waiting on the master to give you crumbs? And because of that, you can't see what's happening, and that the whole group needs to leave. They have left me. I used to be their home. I used to feed them. I used to give them jobs. I used to make laws for them. I used to do all those things, but they got themselves together and said, thank you, but we have got to go. And there they go. That's my morning mental to somebody this morning. We got to get up, get our minds right, and get up out of here. And now that it's starting to happen worldwide, we got to become one group, one flock. And I'm not saying who you gonna follow, but if you don't follow somebody, can you imagine if they didn't have a leader? Be ducks all over the damn place. I be trying to talk, ducks be hitting me all in my head, be one walking past the screen. I be like, who's your leader? Who is your leader? I'm gonna miss them guys. And they didn't even bring the children. Normally they bring the kids over when they come. Y'all seen the little baby ones they bring and they want them to eat first. But that is not what's going on today. Again, I thank y'all for taking time out to hang out with me on your morning mental. As you go through your day, just think about what I said. Share this with your friends. I know that the followership has gotten so big that I can't meet and greet every last one of you, but I've met most of you. And I know that a lot of y'all are ready to go. I know I am, to tell you the truth. Listen, y'all keep telling us to go home. We're going to go make a home. We're not trying to take nothing from y'all here. Y'all stole this from us in the first place. You own stolen land. Why am I going to fight you over something that was stolen when I'm not in a position to fight you over it? I'm not. We're not yet. We might talk about it later, but right now survival is more important. Don't y'all agree? Right now, I want to be able to sit down and talk to some kids that are 2-3 generations under me. And I'm an old man trying to tell y'all what it was like in 2020 when we did the largest open carry, all black formation that the world had ever seen. That when we let our oppressors know to their face that we wasn't taking it no more, that we were going to try to work on our own internal problems like black on black crime, that we was going to try. I was there. And the youngins going, oh, thank you, Granddad. That's so special. I don't want to be in this world where I am right now where my kids don't even outlive me. I ain't got nobody to tell a story to. I don't want to be in a world where I'm sitting around where I work hard all my life to build an empire and have nobody to leave it to. So it goes back to the white man. I am not trying to be a part of this situation that we're in right now. You know, we got people out here getting death threats right now. Why? Because they try to do the right thing. We got people out here right now that are willing to fight each other and tear each other down rather than face the common enemy. And then we got folks out here who think that the only reason that people get together to defend themselves is because they want to attack somebody. See, that's comes from an invading frame of mind. Only someone who's looking to take something from you thinks like that. Only somebody who wants to invade and take yours thinks like that. Only someone who wants to subjugate you and enslave you thinks like that. Only someone who is paranoid that they've done so much stuff and that it's going to come back on them thinks like that. But people who are compassionate, civilized, and trying to evolve and only make things better for themselves, the fathers of invention, science, astronomy, music, and all of that, those are the ones that we want to be around because that's who we are. So like the ducks, to move to a new place. We got to move to a new place too. But we have to be able to defend ourselves while we're doing it. So let me go ahead and say this one last time and I'm gone. We need our own nation. We need our own nation. 2 nations agreed to cut out an area in the middle and defend it and let us move in and build out our nation. We don't want no raggedy ass piece of the United States. Let me go ahead and clear that up. Y'all can have this raggedy motherfucker. If we want it, we'll come back and get it. But right now, we just won't. Okay, why are you flying in circles over me, bruh? See what I mean? They cannot just leave us alone. And we just want to be left alone. Y'all don't seem to get that. We don't want nothing from you. We want what's owed to us, but we don't want to be a part of what you're doing. We want our own place. Like, you know, and it's not even on some Wakanda bullshit. It's the fact that we need a place where we can go heal. If there was a place you could get, I guarantee you, if you could go down to the airport right now, hop on a plane and fly to a place where everything was 100% owned, operated, controlled by black folks, it would be the most packed place on earth. The airport would stay busy 24/7. You have people talking about, no, I live here. No, you don't. No, I mean, I'm trying to stay. No, bruh, we got a process. You think the United States has an immigration problem? Let us build the black nation. Oh, we'll have bros coming through the windows, climbing down chimneys, popping up in toilets, trying to mail themselves in boxes, any kind of way to be a part of the black experience. But we don't have that right now. But it sure sound good, don't it? And the only way we're going to get it is if we let everybody know that we have reached the point because of what's written in the scriptures and because of what we can see in the skies and because of what our ancestors are telling us. We ain't fucking around with y'all no more. That's all. I'll see y'all on ABC real soon. Remember, they late, you're not. This is my morning mental, and I am the official Grandmaster Jay. And I will see you on Facts Over Feelings real soon. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you're still in quarantine, just have a wonderful day in your quarantine. If you got to go out in the world, don't believe everything they say unless you investigate it thoroughly. Because there are some folks out here that are, they're trying to treat you like you're a puppet on a string. And as I always say to the powers to be, for real, let my people go. Or let my people grow. Either way, it's a win-win situation for everybody. Y'all stay blessed. Shalom. The damn ghetto ducks out here, man. They still out here.